Igor Vivaldi.
Would you look at that, friends? Geralt of Rivia. Coincidences do happen.
Greetings.
You don't know me, but I know you. I'm an employee of the Vivaldis Bank, and on business here to check up on the local mine's profitability.
Vivaldi doing all right?
Full of beans. And as per the instructions given to each of the bank's agents, I hasten to inform you that you have unlimited credit.
I could use a loan about now.
Sure thing. However, my means are limited. I can offer you the standard short-term loan for those working in high-risk professions. Will that do you?
Why could I use a loan? I don't need money for anything.
I'm sure Vivaldi wouldn't mind if I borrowed a bit more than that.
It's nearly all I've got on me, and I'll manage somehow.
What exactly did I get myself into?
Godspeed, Witcher.
I don't know. Anyway, let's go see about this blacksmith's apprentice.
Well, I'll be plowed by a ferret.
Yeah. Witcher Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, you're a witcher like any other. Those swords, things of beauty.
Nothing special about them.
Ah, you're mistaken. Few know how to make a silver blade today. Fish eat me if I'm lying. And engraving runes is not exactly farting down a rain spout. I wouldn't mind a closer look at your swords. Care to browse through my wares?
Actually, I do. I do care for that. This is a shop? No, this isn't. This is my equipment. This is his stuff. Some interesting weapons here, not gonna lie. I don't think... It's all still swords, though. So I think mine is better. But... Oh, no, mine is way better. Excuse me. I haven't looked at what I got. So remember how we got the Princess Zentia's sword. Oh. It is still better than this one. Robust Sword of Dolblatha. Nah. That is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. But the one that we earned is better. So. Well, let me sell my things. There we go.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now?
Of course. 4. Always 10 Oren. There we go. Let's win. Oh, now I can see the dice. Ooh, what is this? Not very good is what it is. Couple of 6s. And my opponent has a full house. Possibly not even gonna roll. Although if I roll 2 more 6s, which I don't. Yeah.
You may know how to wave those swords around, but you're absolute shite at dice.
Time will tell.
Time usually does tell.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now?
And it tells because I skip to when I win. Which in this case was right away. So we're tied. Look at that. 1-1. Not bad.
You must be an old hand at this. The prize money is yours.
I'd like something besides coin. You're a blacksmith's apprentice. Got anything interesting?
I suppose I might. What do you fancy?
Got any meteorite steel?
Aye. 3 colors, blue, yellow, and red.
It's meteorite steel, not bloomers or garter belts.
Meteorite steel comes in several varieties depending on the nature of the element it's saturated with and the depth of that saturation. The elements dye the ore different colors. For instance, fire dyes the ore red, and red meteorite, well, you work it differently. You heat and hammer form it differently. You understand now?
Sure you're just the blacksmith's helper?
Want anything, or are you just going to stand there and wonder?
Well, you caught me by surprise. Let me look it up online to see what is the best one. Okay, that's not best one. It is for what you're doing. It's basically blue, apparently, is for signs, red is for swords, and yellow is for alchemy. So we're gonna go blue, even though, well, I'm not 100% confident about this build, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Blue it is.
Blue meteorite sounds interesting.
Good choice. Anything else?
Any chance you got a small knife? Just a regular little knife.
For kitchenware, you might try the tavern.
What the hell was that? What was that about the regular little knife? I don't get it. Was that a threat? It doesn't feel like a threat. Either way, so returning memories, yeah, we have Assassins of Kings, yeah, Escort to Settle, it's that guy that didn't like me, with Flickering Heart. Bring it on, that's what I'm looking for. Let's do this. Where do I need to go? I have 3 competitors that I didn't talk to. They are inside the town, so that's good. And they're here in the cauldron. Where are they? There you are.
How are you, Sheldon?
Better than at Brenna, though we've quite a rumble ahead of us. But I promise you this, we'll kick Henselt's arse and send him scurrying back to Kedwin.
Zoltan says your company are true arm wrestling masters.
Unbeatable, last I recall.
Is that so? Care to check if that's still true?
Sounds good. Ready to take me on?
Give me your best shot.
Is it gonna be the best shot? It is not. It's gonna be just as easy as usual. Oh, maybe it isn't just as easy as usual. Actually, I had to compensate a little bit more than normal.
You one strong son of a bitch.
Thanks.
You should take on Scalen. He beat me and Yarpin, and now beats his chest over it. The old company'd be in your debt if you thrashed him.
Jealous bunch, aren't you?
Oh, Dandelion's here. Yeah, he doesn't say anything new.
Who's this, my failing eye spy? Geralt of Rivia visiting old Yarpin Zigrin.
Getting anywhere with the new recruits?
Like holes in a brothel, they're ploughing away at full speed. Sarski's army's full of men better at holding their pricks than a weapon. The Zoltan and I are helping them catch up. Most importantly, they don't lack spirit.
They won't defeat Henselt's regulars with zeal alone.
We'll show you what an army facing either victory or death is capable of. But we've no other choice, Geralt.
Were you in Rivia when I got caught on that pitchfork?
Was I? Fuck, Wolf, I saw you die. I didn't see the little bastard who took you for a haystack, but I swear it looked like you weren't going to make it. So I'm well glad you managed to lick your wounds.
I don't know if it taught me anything.
Come on, I had to. Not many have survived their own death.
You haven't noticed that I'm pissing up wind again, fighting for a cause that isn't mine?
No, I haven't. A free Upper Aedirn is in the interests of any decent fellow.
I've been trying to figure out what Philippa Eilhart's doing in all this mess.
Same thing as always. Conspiring until she gets her pubes in a knot.
I know you hate sorceresses, but try to put your animosity aside.
We hate them, that's a fact. But why do you think that is? It's not because of their secret knowledge or their nice tits. Their hearts are full of dung, Geralt. Mark my words.
You exaggerate.
No, maybe not all of them. But Eilhart's the worst. Need I remind you how she peddled her ass to Dijkstra just to learn the plans of the Redanian intelligence service? Everyone in Bergen knows she's not into cock. I tell you this, it's her ilk that caused the ruckus on Thanad Island. Think she's any different here? I'm crap at talking, girl. You do all right. So I'd appreciate, as soon as Saskia's better, slip a word in her ear to watch out for Philippa.
Speaking of Philippa, I need to talk to her. There's a quest about her.
Did you fight at Brenna?
Oh, fuck. I knows you've got amnesia, but you could have remembered that. It was a beautiful day. On one side, 46,000 black ones. On the other, us, the Nordlings together. The Redanians led by De Ruyter on the left, the Temerian regiments in the middle, and us on the right. The Mahakam Volunteer Army, all dwarves. Even the likes of Cohor must have shit his britches at the sight of us.
He hardly lacked courage, as I heard it.
All right, brave bastard, that's true. Prefer to die than run like a rat. I don't believe I've ever seen a bigger melee, except maybe 3 years ago here at Bergen. Would have managed that day too, even without the magic. That burning shit that fell from the sky. Why, even the Dun banner knelt before us when we brought our battle axes down.
Some say not one of the Dun banners survived. Any truth to that?
Biggerhorn nabbed the survivors as they fled south. But most men of the banner lie in the catacombs, along with their standard, the Dun banner. What the hell kind of name is that for a unit anyway? It's as if they couldn't get their fucking flag clean.
Zoltan claims you can arm wrestle like no one else.
He's right. Did he tell you I beat him?
Omitted that bit somehow.
Oh, fart.
Want to wrestle me?
I'm ready for your challenge always. So?
Show me what you got.
Let's do it. Don't move the mouse, don't move the mouse, and now start to move the mouse right. Yeah, there it is. That's it. Then don't move it too much. And you're good.
Listen, Scale and Burden beat all our old company, and it gets bragging about it right and left. Someone needs to knock him down a peg. Make it worth your while.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, Scale of Burden needs to be thing. Why is Zoltan? Why does he have a plus mark on his thing? Why is that?
Geralt, first throat of the Witcher's Guild. Finally, a drink with someone worth talking to.
Short on company?
What can Yarp and tell me? I prefer listening to horses fart.
Any idea where I can play dice around here?
Try the blacksmith's helper.
I wanted to talk to you about the Free State of Vergen. We haven't had the occasion somehow.
True.
Do you buy into Saskia's ideals?
Are you asking me if I believe what she says, or if I believe she'll be successful?
Both.
Saskia's no liar, that's a fact. But whether we'll manage, who can tell? One thing is sure, we'll never know if we never try. For now, a great battle awaits. A battle in which elf, dwarf, and human will stand side by side. And that is beautiful in itself.
It's also the biggest potential weakness.
Nothing unites folk like shared death. I believe those who survive will honor the deaths of their comrades.
If they win.
Even if they don't. News spreads fast. Others will follow in our footsteps.
The Kingslayer's trail has gone cold. Have you heard anything?
No one could sneak into Bergen. We watch day and night. Anyway, who would they come for here? Stennis? Why so keen on capturing the assassin of kings?
Letho knows a lot about me. Certain things maybe only he can explain.
Is it worth sticking your neck out to know what was in your head before?
Yeah, I'd say it's worth it. Yorvith seems to have changed. Have you noticed?
Oh, has his arse grown fatter in Saskia's keep?
An elf who was the greatest foe of humans will now fight for their freedom. Doesn't that surprise you?
Only harpies don't change their minds. I'm no expert on elves, but as I see it, he's got a stiffy for Saskia.
Yorvith?
He stood all gentle as a lamb in council, stealing glances at her tits. When she spoke to him, he looked as happy as a fool whittling a wooden toy.
Yeah, I think he's right on that.
Bergen seems like an ancient town. Do you know its history?
It's one of the mining colonies Mahakam established. There were lots of them just 500 years ago. Now they're mostly in ruins. It was the first town where dwarves and humans began working side by side. For the past 3 years, it's been a symbol of our common death. I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Now, even.
I didn't say anything. That's curious. Geralt didn't have anything. Oh no, it's still just as easy as the other ones. Wow. Is it easy? No, it is. Yes.
You had me over a barrel. Did your mum have it off with a bullock?
Yeah, I don't know why it's got a plus there. There's also Skellenburden. Oh.
The mine's safe again. Any plans to do something with it?
Of course. Soon as the battle's done, we'll resume digging. Shame to let those rich deposits go to waste. My uncle says they'll put Bergen right back on its feet. Zoltan's talking about a shared enterprise or some such. He's to manage operations with my uncle as general overseer. We just got to save the town first.
And the places of power as well.
I'm looking for places near Vergen where magic would be strong. Somewhere a sorcerer might have stayed.
Let me think. Verfrin, a summoner of elementals, once lived in the wood beyond Vergen. They say his creatures excavated the entire southern wall. You could also search the nearby ruins and abandoned crypts. If boulders with arms and legs aren't magic, then I don't know what is.
I don't know if they are actually magic.
Hey, Scalen, wanna arm wrestle?
I really like to wrestle, but
What?
Show me what you're made of.
all right. Want to take me on?
Show me what you're made of.
Oh, it is more difficult. It jiggles. That's where the difficulty comes from. It's jiggling. Oh, that's good. Finally.
I believe I'd split a rock with my dick sooner than I'd beat you at arm wrestling.
I guess that makes me the new champion of Vergen.
No shame in losing to the White Wolf. Though there's one who could still be a match for you.
Who?
The mighty Numa. I wrestled him in Kovir. Couldn't move my arm for the next week. They say he don't play fair. But that's just losers talking. You ever wrestle him? Give him my regards.
I will.
They say he doesn't play fair. Well, that is bring it on done for the moment. We need to get to wherever that dude is. So, why did I have a mission? It was a main mission, wasn't it? Yeah, Royal Blood. Was it a main mission? It was this one. Where is Triss Marigold? Yeah, before we do the other ones, which mostly are just contract work, let's go to Philippa Eilhart's house and talk to her about Triss. I didn't know she had a house. I've been everywhere, and I didn't see anything. You're still here?
Witcher.
Yep. No notices on board. Yeah, that is the case. Now, where's Philippa's house? Is it not in here? It is. It's gotta be that house. It's that house that we found that our medallion buzzed at. And of course she wasn't here. She was the castle. Uh-oh, I interrupt. Knock, Geralt. Freaking knock.
What is it, Witcher?
Who is that girl?
Cynthia, a leashed sorceress.
A charming expression. Do you also use muzzles?
Leash means a connection between a sorceress and her assistant. An unfortunate term, I admit, but it explains how things are. Cynthia can tap my power, use my spells. She's a conduit. And she's learning along the way. It's convenient, and except for the name, not derisive at all. But you're not here to talk about Cynthia.
Now, apparently he's here to talk about how he's breaking up with you because you're cheating on him or something. He was just so entitled, just coming in here. Who's that girl? Who is she? What's going on? You didn't tell me anything about this.
How is it that King Radovid's court sorceress and advisor is supporting rebellion in Edirne?
This has grown into more than a simple rebellion, Witcher. Prince Stennis' arrival here confirmed Saskia's right to represent Edirne.
Saskia isn't fighting for Edirne, but for the Pontar Valley. Even Prince Stennis considers you rebels. He hasn't moved against you because war with Kedwen hangs by a thread. Why are you here, Sorceress of Tretogor?
It is my duty. If Henselt occupies the Pontar Valley, Redania and Temeria will respond strongly. The North will disintegrate, its unity gone. A dark scenario that is nevertheless avoidable, provided Saskia is successful and wins the Valley's independence.
Even if she thwarts Henselt, there'll be no independence without agreement from Redania and Temeria.
Temeria's expansionist plans melted away with Foltest's death. Redania's ruler is unpredictable, but even he'll have to respect a victory. I'm here to make this victory a fact.
Yeah, that's more or less what we thought of the situation. The preservation of the status quo. A tenuous peace. Which isn't a peace at all, because there's war going, as far as I can tell.
Is what they say true? Did Saskia kill a dragon?
Prince Stennis decorated her for it at the court in Vengerberg, so it appears to be true. If you want to know the details, talk to Biggerhorn. Apparently he witnessed it.
Prince Stennis.
Have you heard about a Witcher's school? Apparently the Viper's their sign.
No, why do you ask?
The Kingslayer wears a medallion adorned with a viper.
Pretentious and childish for my taste. He can't be very smart.
What would be pretentious about a viper? Because of the... What is pretentious about a viper? Like, it's purely cultural, so obviously it's projecting a cultural sort of... what's the word? You know, meaning, cultural meaning of the Viper towards the game. Because we have never heard the Viper being anything relevant here, but I can't really think of it as it would be in real life. The only Viper that I can think of is the Dodge Viper, but obviously it isn't. Maybe she doesn't like sports cars.
A sorceress like you ought to know bundles about the Wild Hunt.
A sorceress's knowledge has nothing to do with superstitions.
The hunt's not a superstition.
True, the phenomenon seems to exist.
I want to know everything there is to know about it.
It's strictly atmospheric. It doesn't interest me. Just as whirlwinds, whirlpools, and snowfalls do not interest me.
Atmospheric. She is talking about a weather effect. It is the cold, isn't it? That's what she's referring to. The Wild Hunt is a cold front. Because when they show up, everything freezes. We saw that in the cutscene. No. Did we? No, the cutscene was a spell cast. A spell that was cast, I think. When everything froze. Yeah, the cutscene in the beginning of the game. I don't think that's what it is. I do know that when the Wild Hunt shows up, things go quite cold. And I think that's what she's referring to, but it is left very much up in the air. No pun intended, because of the atmosphere thing.
At the council, you mentioned artifacts were needed to undo the curse.
But I can't look for them now.
I can do that.
Why?
I have my reasons. Tell me something. What happened here 3 years ago?
Henselt attacked Edirn, but met his match. Nobody won that war. Sabrina Glefisig got into a conflict with the commander-in-chief of the Kedweni forces, and this led to both armies being routed. Fireballs turned the battlefield into a flaming tomb. Henselt accused Sabrina of using a forbidden weapon.
And Sabrina cursed Henselt.
I think so. I suspect the curse got out of hand because of the circumstances.
Circumstances? The stars weren't right, wrong phase of the moon. There's always an excuse for simple bungling.
She placed the curse while burning at the stake. Her hands and feet nailed to a wagon wheel. I'd say she did a good job, considering.
So this 3 years ago is why there's a battlefield of ghosts outside. I think that's what it is. And this is one of the many occasions where the plot gets really political. And historical might be the correct term, but either way. It's quite a lot of details that I might be wrong about, but we'll see.
Did you notice? Not all the ghosts were aggressive.
Yes. Most just disappeared when they touched the aura of a living person.
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen and turns them into draugrs.
Is that the Witcher's professional name for wraiths?
Draugrs are demons of war. They arise at sites of exceptionally vicious, bloody battles. Their bloodlust and hatred in condensed form.
Can you kill them by conventional means?
A silver sword is enough for a draugr, but as long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If I could turn the tide of the battle...
For that you'll need symbols of war belonging to those who fell in battle. Hatred, death, courage, and faith. All artifacts must be magically active and connected to the fallen, or they won't lure the ghosts.
Right. I'll look around.
Finding 2 will be enough. Get the symbols of hatred and death and leave the rest to me.
I'd prefer courage and faith.
Don't fuss.
I'll see what I can do. Cecil seems to know a lot about the area.
Don't fuss. Yeah.
Know anything about blood curses?
Do you?
We're dealing with a 4th level curse, also known as the Curse of the Archmistress.
Well, well, I'm impressed.
Thing is, until now I thought it was only a myth, that such a curse couldn't be cast.
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed cases of this curse being inflicted.
What about confirmed cases of it being lifted?
1. Achieved by a team of sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, hence the curse's other name. Sabrina Glevezig was on the team.
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was designed to end the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very talented. An eclipse and wraiths also accompanied his curse.
So Sabrina's curse is just a knockoff Rodalega.
Exactly.
Or an upgraded one. Because she was in the team that... hopefully a bad one.
Can Francesca's experience help us?
Certainly. I know the symbols and the workings of the curse thanks to her.
Care to explain? I'm the one risking my neck.
You'll have to relive the battle and change its course at the right moment. I don't know exactly what will happen. Nobody does.
I'll look for those artifacts.
That is such a boring quest. And really difficult as well. That's like my strongest memory of this game is this particular quest. The changing the tide of the battle. Oh my god, I dread the future. But the Let's Play is going to be fine. Don't worry about it. We're not going to spend 3 episodes doing the same. Because it is like an hour and a half of combat in my memory. It probably isn't, but my memory is that, yes.
I'm good for now. I'll let you know when I learn something.